Is it worth it? That's our Tuesday Tidbit series. And is it worth it, Grant?
Anytime you're watching Matt and Grant on the Tuesday Tidbit, that answer is always a yes.
Well, welcome everybody. Happy Tuesday and welcome to part 2 of our Is It Worth It series. Okay, keep in mind we're talking this is being filmed in a very hot seller's market.
Yep.
And we're going to talk about, is it worth selling, renting, then buying? The old dreaded double move.
The double move. But you know what, Matt? I mean, the reason that this is even a topic, and we've had to discuss this with folks, we're going through this with clients right now, and relatively unsuccessfully, unfortunately, is with the limited inventory, there are multiple offers on virtually every listing out there, and those that are contingent upon a buyer having to sell their home usually get pushed off to the bottom of the list. And so that question comes up. Should I sell my home, be a non-contingent buyer, and then look for the right home? And again, a trend is developing 2 weeks into the series. The answer is,
it depends.
It depends. Again.
Typically, I would say if your family situation and your life allows for you, even though it's an inconvenience, to make that double move and rent and buy yourself some time, I'd say it is worth it in today's market. Patience is definitely a virtue, and you got to wait and strike when the iron's hot and find that perfect opportunity. And it might take 5 to 10 offers in order to get lucky and come in strong enough to win these bidding wars that are going on out there. And it is nearly impossible. We're putting together off-market deals and some deals where contingencies work. But like Grant said, when you're competing against cash and non-contingent offers, unless you want to way overpay, it's very difficult to get sellers to accept that offer or to even look at that.
Well, that's exactly right. And I would say on the flip side of Matt's point of it is worth it, and I think it is for certain people, but I would say if you're a cash buyer, if you sell your house, you have all cash, if you're a cash seller, you sell all cash, you have the cash, then yes, you can compete really strongly. Or even if you have, let's say, 25, 30, 35% down, you can compete as well in that because you can potentially waive an appraisal contingency.
Yeah.
If you're more of a 3.5 to 15 or 20% down buyer, even after you sell your home, I almost would pump the brakes on you a little bit there on doing that sell, rent, buy, only because it's like musical chairs. There's more bodies than there are chairs. There's more houses than there's more people than there are houses to buy right now. And so having the security of knowing you at least have something to call your own, and then also using the patience that Matt just described to wait for that right property to come by that's they're willing to work with you on a contingent purchase. Mm-hmm. I mean, it really, that's why it depends. It just comes down to your financial situation and your family situation.
Yeah, I mean, right now, home sale contingencies are almost as much of a disadvantage as just a normal financing contingency.
Yeah, totally.
With appraisals and people having to go over asking price. So I completely agree with Grant in that sellers recognize it as a very hot market, that these contingent home sales aren't that big of a deal because that home's probably going to sell very quickly. So yeah, if you're in a situation where even after selling, you're not going to be able to put 50% or more down, it might make sense to just have that patience, work with us. It's a team effort. Be looking every day, checking out these homes, and just keep trying until you find that right fit. And somebody, willing to kind of go on that ride with us. So anyway, is it worth it? It depends.
It depends. Let's see if we can't buck that trend next week.
Yeah, I think we'll be able to. All right. Thanks for watching, you guys. If you have any questions or think about buying or selling yourself, buysellbend.com. You can find all our contact information, or leave a little comment below this video and we'll get back to you. Thanks so much for watching.
See ya.
Hey, thanks so much for watching today's video. If you haven't already, make sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Our handles are shown here on the screen, and you can always find our contact information or more about us on www.buysellbend.com. Thanks.